Well, Brian, you were a writer on one of the ballads on the record, My Reward,
Yeah.
right? And tell us how you kind of came up with that idea.
Yeah, so like Adam, I was at Michael's house and we were just going through ideas, and I had this idea from, I think it's like 2011 that had just been kind of sitting on a shelf in my Evernote notebook. And we were going through a bunch of stuff and just seeing what ideas we had. And I had just, for some reason, that line, the line then was, there was 2 verses, and the first one was, I will find you to be faithful, I will find you to be true. And I remember when I wrote that, it was like, I was sitting upstairs in our house back in Maryland, actually, and just crying out to God, and we were approaching a season where we felt like God was going to be transitioning us and move us into a new season, which actually ultimately resulted in us coming here. But it was one of those things where I just found myself in that moment overtaken by worry and just the stress of being a provider and trying to figure out all the pieces of the puzzle. And I just remember just singing to God, no, I believe I will find you to be faithful. I will find you to be true. And then as I kept singing that, it actually changed. And I started to remember like all that God had walked us through already, and that I will find you changed to I have found you to be faithful. And I guess for me, it was a moment where God just really spoke like, yeah, you don't have to worry about the future and what you're gonna find, because I've already proven to you who I am. So I'm sitting with Michael, and we start playing through that, and it was kind of one of those similar situations. It just took off,
right?
And we started fleshing out some of the verses that were there, and then we were kind of like, man, I feel like there's just a way to culminate just all that's been said. And Michael just said, what about, oh, Jesus, you are my reward? And we were like, boom, that's it. Because, when you think about it, like, all the other things, the healer, strength, and all that stuff, that's really just byproducts of the fact that Jesus is the treasure. Like the healing is not the treasure, the strength is not the treasure, his faithfulness is not really the treasure. It's a byproduct of him being our treasure and reward. And we walked out of that session that day with kind of like a completed song.
Wow.
And I mean, it was just really cool to watch over the years how that song kind of morphed, and then hearing our people sing it, and just hoping that that's what we're communicating. Yeah, you're faithful, you're true, but you are actually what we're seeking, not just your hand.
I know for me, when we lead it, here, and I could probably speak for all of us, I mean, I see that song connect with the body of Christ so well, because it is just declaring God's faithfulness again. I mean, our church, and so many people are coming in with broken things and broken things of their past, and they're looking for those times where Jesus has pulled them through, and just declaring that with their lips, and saying, God, we found you to be faithful, and that you are our reward no matter where we are. I've seen it connect with our people in a very unique way. It's a great song, man.